अभी बंद हो गया। Good morning, everyone. Namaskar, Suprabhat. It is rightly said, बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है. Drop by drop, ocean is formed. Over the past 5 days, we have added one drop after another to our ocean of research knowledge. And today, we gather for the sixth and the final technical session of this program. This session promises to be one of the most significant drops of all. On behalf of Army Institute of Education, I extend a warm welcome to all our dignitaries, resource persons, faculty members, and participants for joining us today. From the foundations of research methodology on day 1 to research design and sampling on day 2, drafting a synopsis and structuring thesis chapters on day 3, academic writing and referencing on day 4, and research ethics and academic integrity on day 5. Each session has enriched our understanding drop by drop. Today we arrive at what is perhaps the final and most decisive drop in this journey. Learning how to publish our research in quality journals and how to steer clear of predatory ones. To begin today's proceedings, on the right note, we need someone whose vision has guided this program from its very first day to this final session. It is my honor to have a leader whose constant encouragement has been the true backbone to this entire journey. Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal, Army Institute of Education. Due to an urgent meeting, Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal AIE, is unable to join us in physical mode today. However, she has sent her best wishes for today's session along with a recorded welcome address, which we will now play for all of you. And she will join the session as soon as
Thank
she
you,
gets
Babita
free
ma'am.
from the meeting.
Respected
Yes, Amit sir, kindly play the
Thank you, Babita
recording.
ma'am. Respected Professor Asit Kumar Das, respected Professor Sip Sankar Jain, distinguished participants, esteemed faculty members, teachers from various schools, research scholars, and dear students. A very good morning to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the sixth and final academic session of the Students and Faculty Development Program on Research Methodology and Academic Publishing, organized by the Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida, in association with CTPD India. Over the past 6 days, we have embarked on an enriching academic journey together. We begin by exploring the foundations of research methodology, progress through research design and sampling techniques, learned the art of developing a research synopsis, strengthened our academic writing and referencing skills, reflected on research ethics and plagiarism. And today, we reach the culmination of this journey with perhaps the most significant milestone in a researcher's career, publishing quality research that contributes meaningfully to society and the academic community. It is often said that research is complete only when it is shared with the world. A well conducted study achieves its true purpose only when it reaches the community, reaches the academic community, influences practice, stimulates further inquiry, and contributes to the creation of new knowledge. However, in today's rapidly expanding publishing landscape, identifying credible journals, understanding the peer review process, and maintaining the highest standards of publication ethics have become increasingly important. We are indeed fortunate that we have eminent scholars with us today who have dedicated their academic lives to advancing quality research and scholarly publishing. It is my proud privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Asit Kumar Das sir, Editor-in-Chief of the IISRR International Journal of Research. Sir, as an editor and academic administrator, you have played a pivotal role in promoting ethical research practices and nurturing quality publications. We are deeply honored by your gracious presence and look forward to benefiting from your invaluable insights. I also extend a cordial welcome to our distinguished co-speaker, Professor Shiv Shankar Jain, Professor in the Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kalyani, and editor of the IISRR International Journal of Research. Sir, your expertise in information science, scholarly communication, research databases, indexing, and academic publishing provides an invaluable perspective for researchers. We are confident that your practical guidance on selecting quality journals, avoiding predatory publications, and navigating the publication process will greatly benefit all our participants. Today, we are also privileged to have Dr. Pratibha Garg with us as our distinguished guest speaker for the valedictory session. Ma'am will join us towards the end of the session. We eagerly look forward to her words of encouragement as we conclude this meaningful academic journey today. Dear participants, as the Student Faculty Development Program draws to a close, I hope each one of you leaves not only with enhanced knowledge but also with renewed confidence to undertake meaningful research. Research should never be viewed merely as a requirement for career advancement or publication. Its true purpose is to solve problems, improve educational practices, enrich society, and generate knowledge that benefits humanity. I encourage all participants to interact actively with our distinguished speakers today, seek their guidance, and make the most of this exceptional opportunity to learn from accomplished academicians and editors who understand the nuisance of quality research and scholarly publication. Once again, on behalf of the Army Institute of Education and CTPD India, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Professor Asit Kumar Das sir and Professor Shiv Shankar Jain sir. And to each one of our participants, I wish you all a highly enriching and intellectual stimulating session. Thank you. With great pleasure, I now invite Professor Asit Kumar Das sir to deliver the address. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words that have set such a positive tone on today's session. Now, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce today's distinguished speakers, Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Das and Professor Shiv Shankar Jain. As a token of our sincere appreciation for generously accepting our invitation and sharing your knowledge with us, we would like to present a virtual memento to our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Das. Sir, kindly accept this token of our gratitude and appreciation.
Thank you so much.
We are truly honored to have you, sir, with us. Now we would like to present a virtual memento to our distinguished resource person, Professor Dr. Shiv Shankar Jain, as a humble gesture of gratitude for so generously accepting our invitation. Sir, kindly accept this token of our gratitude and appreciation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, we are truly honored to have you with us today. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce today's speakers. Our first speaker, Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Das, Director, Indian Institute of Social Reform and Research, former Dean, SW, University of Kalyani. Sir is a life member of the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, and editor-in-chief of IISRR, International Journal of Research. Sir brings academic and administrative experience in the field of research. Sir's deep understanding of the subject makes him ideally placed to guide us on the vital theme of publishing in quality journals and safeguarding our research from predatory practices. Joining Sir as our esteemed co-speaker is Professor Shiv Shankar Jain, Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kalyani, Editor, IISRR, International Journal of Research. Sir's specialized expertise in library and information science equips him with a unique perspective on journal indexing, citation databases, and the evaluation of academic publications. Knowledge that is invaluable to every researcher in today's publishing landscape. Together, Professor Asit Kumar Sir and Professor Shiv Shankar Jain Sir offer us a truly complete perspective on academic publishing, one rooted in research administration and the other in information science and indexing. We are truly honored to have you both, sir, with us today, and we look forward for your valuable insight. With both of our speakers warmly welcomed, the moment we have all been waiting for has finally arrived. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. And today we have the rare privilege of learning from not one, but two remarkable minds. We invite you both, sir, with great enthusiasm to share your wisdom, your experience, and your invaluable insights with all of us gathered here. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Bobita. She is also one of the member of our ISSR family, extended family, because our, just a minute, give me 1 minute to share my PPT. Sushagatam, Suprabhat. Good morning to all my dear student researchers and the faculty members. Obviously, we are proud to be a part of this student and faculty development program organized by the institute. Especially thanks to the principal of this esteemed college, as well as good wishes to Babita, who is just like one of the member of our ISSR extended family. Indian Institute of Social Reform and Research, it is mainly an academic institute consisting of various academicians, not only different parts of India, but also global members are there. As for example, who has ignited the spirit to form this world international platform, Professor Jack Holbrook, one of the expert, UNESCO expert. He is now 84 years old. Still, he is one of the member of our editorial board, as well as guide for us. Today, the topic which you are assigned us, I and my younger brother, Professor Shiv Shankar Jana, will divide our deliberation into two parts, because as far as pedagogy is concerned, at a straight 1 hour 40 minutes cannot be listened by a student, even for us. That's why we try to, because as far as pedagogical aspect, one student can give or focus their listening or attention not more than 40 to 50 minutes. That's why classes are beyond this jurisdiction, maximum 1 hour. Okay. First, art of writing research article, tools and techniques, and maintenance of academic integrity. I'll present to you. Before writing a research article, I would like to ask yourself, those who are going to, whether Babita, I'm audible? I'm
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir,
Okay.
you're audible.
And PPT is visible?
Yes, it is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you have to keep in mind, as when I was a student, I used to write any article or research article as I think. But when I became a teacher, became an editor of a journal, then we have learned so many things. Why I shall write an article? You should, when you are going to write an article, you should ask yourself, why you are going to write an article? There are so many W. Whether it is a research article or a popular academic article, who would be the reader for whom I am going to write? Most of the articles which we received for our journal, they have the ingredients, a good topic, but mode of operation, mode of presentation, and they have no idea about the target group. You have to identify whether it is for your students, for your research scholar, or for the faculty members, or for general people. On that basis, you should write. Fourth one, what new message you are going to receive. If it is the recapitulation, but nowadays that internet has a blessings for us as well as it is a curse. We usually cut and paste. So what new message you are going to inculcate amongst your reader, you have to think. Fifth one, whether it has any societal impact. When you are going to develop any academic matter, that may be a research paper or a dissertation or an article or a popular article, whether that article, yes, for your satisfaction you can do, but when you are going to publish any article, there are three parts. One is yourself. Second is who will publish, they will judge you. And last of all, the impact. That means impact factor, on which impact factor is will be dependent. Shiv Shankar will talk on that aspect. So when you are thinking, you write an article, you have to think whether it will be published. Yes, there are so many journals are there, books are there, edited books are there, but predatory journals, predatory edited books are there. And if you give money, anybody can judge, print your article. Sixth one, whether any article on similar or same topics has or have already been published. You have to literature review before writing. Shiv Shankar will talk how literature review, but in our times, we have to go to libraries, National Library, British Council, American Library, so many libraries have to hunt. But now in the era of digital era or era, in your hand, within a few minutes, you can get so many informations about the literature review. Shiv Shankar will talk on the topic. How you would benefited through this article. When you are writing an article, you, the writer, you should be benefited, as well as your target audience, they should be benefited. There should be some immediate benefit, some distant benefit. As there is immediate goal and the distant goal. Have you made planning for the study? It is and first and foremost duty to planning. If planning is not properly framed, as far as building is concerned, if the planning or that structural engineering is not properly planned, the building will be destroyed within a few minutes. Your mindset is fully ready. If you think your mindset is good and it is ready, then go ahead for next part. Now, publication for what purpose? I have listed here 11, but there are so many reasons. First, PhD degree, as far as UGC regulation, PhD regulation is concerned. Previously at regulation 2016, 2018, 2020, you are bound to publish 2 research articles. Now there are research advisory committee. Every 6 months you have to present your performance appraisal, but at least you have to 2 publications. After your PhD, for propagation of your knowledge, you should publish so many things. For MPhil degree, as I have made it red, because in our, as per UGC is concerned, MPhil is in almost from all universities is now obsolete. Dissertation for your master degree, for your professional course, dissertation is a must. Seminar presentation, journal publication, monograph, chapter of a book or a textbook, project report, popular article, newspaper article. Now it is the digital era, so blogs, social media, digital content, and so many. So you have to think for which type of article you are going to publish. On that basis, you should prepare your journal. Kinds of scientific publication. Scientific publication does not mean it is restricted within the science subject. Scientific publication, that may be in history, that may be in education. As far as NEP 2020, education has a vital role. That's why it has been advised in the NEP 2020, the education subject should be introduced in all types of academic institutions, even it IIMs, IITs, all sorts of, not only for social science only. Because education is an interdisciplinary subject, rather, as far as collaborative research is concerned, we are used to make research on unidisciplinary, either history or philosophy or physics, but now the NEP has recommended for multidisciplinary, but throughout the globe, it is interdisciplinary as well as transdisciplinary. So education subject is concerned, its approach is more than multidisciplinary, it is a multidimensional transdisciplinary subject. Aspects based on when you are going to write an article on thesis or MPhil or dissertation, background knowledge, original contribution, methodology, and presentation should be there. If it is conference publication, focus on the piece of work with limited discussion. If it is journal publication, there are so various types of journals. One is subject oriented. Most of the journals are subject oriented, but there are now the renowned journals as far as nature is concerned, that is multidisciplinary, and single author articles are now discarded. If you go through the past, nature and the present, most of the articles, more than 99% articles are multi-author. Even some of the articles are written by more than 1,000 authors. As far as big hadron is concerned in Geneva, that is a transdisciplinary. When they are publishing any paper, that is a multi-authors, because it is that is culmination of various minds, various words in one article. Journal publication, complete, tentative, but brief discussion of all steps of the study. University Grants Commission, which I have talked before you, in 2019, 18, on 18th July, title of UGC Regulation 28, UGC Regulation on minimum qualification for appointment of teacher and other academic staff in universities and colleges, and measures for the mental academic integration. The topic the college has selected, it is very much pertinent to this UGC regulation. Purpose, minimum qualification for post of senior professor, etc. Recruitment and qualification, I will not go through this, because, but there is a great importance when you are applying for those who are would be the teachers, those who are the present faculty members, but your promotion is due, where the article, a good article, published article, it has a immense impact. Perhaps you are well aware that API score after publication, you will get in which journal your article has been published and what is the impact factor. These are the guidelines of the direct recruitment. I will not go through all these things. Skip. PhD regulation 2016, vividly it has been described about the regulation of PhD as well as the importance of your article publication. What has been more liberally described in PhD regulation 2022. Types of research, it may be, which I have already mentioned, disciplinary, which we are used to do in our academic period, though my research work was on multidisciplinary, then interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary. This is the one model of three types of collaborative research. One is disciplinary, that is not collaborative, individual research. The multidisciplinary, then interdisciplinary, then transdisciplinary. Step one, primary step of writing article. When you are going to write article, please note down the 4 steps which are very much vital. First is primarily setting your planning. Step 2, setting your mind or mindset. What I am going to do. Third, intensive research on the topic or the theme. That is the the literature review. That what research has been made on this field. The national, international bodies or committees or the summits have recommended for this. As far as environment is concerned, because it is the global problem. Our article is for or mitigate any global problems, to find out some solutions, find out some the status report of the any type of global or the regional problems. So literature review, that means intensive literature review or research on the topic or the area or the theme you have chosen. Don't select any topics before writing any article. You choose the area, choose the theme. As for if your faculty development program asked you to develop any article, submit after the completion of this faculty development program. So you have to focus on the topic, theme of this conference. If you go to publish a paper or present your article in any conference, academic conference, you have to confine on the focal theme of the conference, and then to the sub theme where you are going to restrict. Then through intensive research, that literature review, we should find out. Then planning of methodology. Which method you are going to, whether that is survey only, or it is the mixed, or it is the experimental. You have to think. Writing research article is a miniature form of research, which I have uttered previously. The cutting and pasting from the internet, it is not an article. Perhaps you are well aware, plagiarism. Now there is a with plagiarism. Now with each article you have to submit what is the percentage of plagiarism or similarity, as well as how many contents you have received from AI generated materials. When the last time we have published only 10 papers, but we have received 45 papers. When we pass those articles through AI tools, most of the articles are written, more than 40% content of that article is collected from AI generated topics. So be aware, mindset HI, human intelligence you have to apply, not only the AI, artificial intelligence, unless otherwise you integrate your HI, human intelligence, you cannot survive in academia. So planning of methodology of areas. Ask yourself, the first step, ask yourself at least follow 3 questions, 3W. What are the new ingredients you are going to share? Second W, which important content are you going to deal to it? And third one and the foremost, whom you are going to write. For whom? That means who is your target audience. Secondly, organize your mindset thinking and decide the structure, that means outline of your article, not the full planning. First, a draft. Stick on the focal theme and sub theme, which I have already mentioned. Planning for writing your article. Fourth one, remove of all unnecessary discussions. First you write or plan as you think, then you reread it, rethink it, and remove all unnecessary discussions. Sometimes in few articles we have received more than 25 or 30. Shiv Shankar is also well aware, as he is almost the editor in this book. Then we asked, please remove this portion, these are the repetitions. Emphasis on originality and integrity of your work. Write your own language, read from book, but write from brain. That means you can collect information through AI, artificial intelligence, but when you are reproducing in your own language by applying your HI, human intelligence. Clarify the significance of your article and avoid plagiarism, and which has not, because this PPT is old one. The AI generated contents you have to justify. Mention all resources as citation, footnotes, though footnotes is now obsolete as far as uh, 7th edition of PPS referencing, but we are still using in different pieces, and references or bibliography at the end of the second step. Setting mindset. Select your topic, fix your target audience or end user, address the needs of your article, make intensive research, which I have already mentioned, tighten your draft, don't copy. Again, I repeat in red color, read from papers, but write from your brain with applying HI. Make it specific and repeat your 3R mantras. Read, revise, repeat. Again, read, revise, repeat. This process is ever ending, never ending. Research about the following for writing an article. Which ingredients to be included in your article? Statistics to be used in your study. Some question I have, the students have raised, that or the participants have raised. Statistics, I am writing in the history. What is the need of statistics? I am writing in that language, the vernacular. Whether statistics needed? Statistics does not mean a knowledge calculation. If, as far as environment is concerned, if you a literature, you are a student or faculty of literature, as far as Rabindra literature or Shakespeare literature, if you strict the article on environment, so how many poems, how many prose, how many drama Rabindranath has mentioned about the environment, and which perspective? There are so many perspectives. For as far as the forest is concerned, there is study in Rabindra literature, such and such portion he has mentioned about the forest. Such and such literature he has mentioned about the river, about the mountains, about the conflict between man and machine. These are the statistics. Not always statistics mean the mathematical calculation. These are the statistics. Quotations made by well-known people. Definitions of important terminologies and variables. Anachords, short illustration stories about quotations and examples from people like the readers or from popular book or the specific subject. Helpful tools, resource and produce. Reference and citation and footnotes. These are the most vitally important parameters of your article. Planning for study to be conducted. It depends on the following aspects: types of study, descriptive, experimental, or quasi-experimental. It is a mono-disciplinary or multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary study. These are the types of study. Area of study, sample size, demography. Always the sample type or demography is not needed. It depends upon your topic you have chosen. Focal theme, sub-theme, and topic concern. These are the macro level to micro level. As far as learning pedagogy is concerned, when we was a little kid, we first learned A, B, C, but now it is from whole to part. Now its pedagogical approach is ask the students. If you say A, the little kid, he has no meaning. But when you ask an apple, he can integrate with the object in the environment. Then you derive it A. Then you ask them. You can ask any object applying A, then he can recognize. And in that way, your area then sample theme, subtheme, and the topic. Infrastructural facilities availability. When you are going to any research, infrastructural, that means always the instruments are needed. How many libraries have? That is also infrastructure. How the digital devices if it is needed. Innovations and inclusiveness involved. Writing should be reader oriented for the purpose. What is the purpose? Then what is the reader orientation writing? Then what have to do? Use simple and plain English, avoid complex sentences. Sometimes we have received as from our experience, sentence is about 2-3 lines. Don't do that. Nobody will take care of your article, or they will be bored and live to read your article. So it will simple sentence, no complex sentence. If it is essential, then you can, but not more than any 2 clause. This is the structure of an article. This is not the absolutely correct, but for and give you an idea, there are, we have mentioned 13 parts, 13 phases, stages. First, title of an article. Then abstract. Abstract is the showcase. When you go to any departmental store, all types of materials, they have exhibit the samples through which you, the customer, will attract. Then you will choose that item. As far as digital platform for your purchase, keywords which denotes and make understand the editorial board as well as the readers which you are going to present before them. Introduction, related works or literature review, which is the most essential part of an article. System model and problem statement, methods or solutions, simulation experiments, data collection. Data does not mean always numbers or statistical data. Data means information is also data. Because now Shiv Shankar is the master in information science. He will deal with all these things. Results and findings and interpretation. You have to make the statistical calculation, or even all that survey results you have find, but you have not derived it. You have not interpret it. So you can understand, but your reader cannot understand. So you have to interpret your findings so that your end user, that means your target audience or readers, they can understand. Then conclusion. Then acknowledgement if you need. Reference or bibliography is a must. Average number of pages of a journal paper, average pages of a conference paper, it depends upon the direction of the conference or the journal. That typically you should not a lengthy research article. If it is research report for monograph, etc., the length will be different according to the types of your article or academic. Selection of right title. The title of an article should be very specific, not to be too broad or too lengthy. Each word of the title denotes the essence of the study. Sometimes you give the article title 2 lines, 3 lines. The editorial board first reject that, because your article should be the focal point as far as when you click in any digital or digital portal, small few lines, few words, it should be. The title should be sustainably different from the others. Because as far as UGC Academic Integrity 2018 is concerned, title is the core area of the article. I'll come to the point. So it should not be similar or same to the other. Theme may be similar. Avoid general or big title. Write an abstract. What are the components? The use of an abstract for search purpose as well as it is a search engine. Giving readers a summary of an article before getting into details. It will be 1 or 2 paragraphs. Sometimes if it is a an interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary product of a research, then there may be more than 2 paragraphs for each type of theme. 1, 2, 3 lines are there. Abstract should tell the problem or problems that has or have discussed in the article. Secondly, it should be brief and highlighted the essence of the article. Third one, work or works that has or have been done or methods are being used, only a line or 1.5 line. Original findings and achievements. Abstracts usually does not have reference number or multiple paragraphs. Choose the right set of keywords. Use a keywords, new word, main technologies, terminologies, database search, categorizing your words for editors to those review. Sorry, sorry, just a minute. Avoid using words those are general are not relevant to the topic. Organizing an article, selection of subsection, paragraphs, writing details, adjustment, break, merge paragraphs, add, merge section. You should not amalgamate all these things, taking some components from different sources. Please note that it is very important to keep logical flow of your section to section. You have started one paragraph. Next paragraph, there is no sequence, no logical flow. It should be logical. paragraph to paragraph, and sentence to sentence. Introduction, there should be an introduction. Purpose of introduction: to introduce your reader about the problem words of the article. An introduction usually contain topic area, existing work, description about the selection of the problem, achievement, significance, and brief methodology of our work. Review of literature. I will not go through this because Shiv Shankar will take it. Anyhow, the proper selection of references, so your knowledge has been reflected in that area. Give credit to other readers. That means references and the citation you should use there. Related works should be organized to several serve your topic. Emphasize on the significance and originality of our work. System model and problem statement. What are the research gap? That similar words you have learned, you have proved, you have cited the different words in the literature review. Or you are going to do that research or article on the similar topic. Why on that similar topic? You have to find out the research gap. As far as if you doing a hunger, there are so many articles research on hunger to mitigate the poverty. But which topic you are choosing? What is the research gap on that topic? You should target on that gap. Which research question have been aroused, if or what are the objectives? We do not, sometimes you have given the research question as well as objectives, try to avoid any of. And if there is any hypothesis, you should mention, otherwise don't mention it. Citation, short citation, reference, how it will be, but this should be mentioned in the article. If you go any article of any good journal, online journal, as far as nature is concerned, you can see in every line 2-3 word or group of words are blue in color. If you your cursor is go, you touch that, a full reference will come out. That is the that reflects that you have quoted so many things from different original sources, mainly the primary sources, so that you can give. There are so many types of referencing or citation. You can use anyone in your top laptop or desktop. On the top toolbar in left hand side, there is how you will reference use. It is easy for maintaining. Even there are so many advanced types of referencing or citation or footnotes. You can learn in 1 hour, it cannot be. Methods, type of research, management planning, sample design, tools you have asked. Give a brief in article. Simulation and experiments, it depends upon your types of works. Study, survey, experiment conducted, and data collection. This depends upon your article or study which you are going to be present. Analysis, findings, and conclusion. Data collection. Data does not mean, I have previously mentioned, that it does not mean the statistical data. From literature, from if it is the vernacular or any language, data, that means which article, which poem, which prose or which book it has been mentioned, how many times it has been mentioned, how many authors it has been this has been mentioned. That is the data. How data has been, that means always the statistical calculation is not there. That is SPSS. From that collecting information, you analyze according to your mindset and discussion with the expert on the field, interpretation of results, findings, suggestions, and conclusion. Acknowledgement you can give if there are so many experts you have consulted with, you should mention their name. The reference and bibliography, it has a big importance for an article. The Shiv Shankar will pay touch if time permits. The APA style, the American Psychological Association, now the 7th edition is going on. Still, we are using 6th edition. For Chicago style or Chicago manual, you can. For language is concerned, ML style, Turmanian style. There are so many styles. Most of the articles are using APA style, but it depends on the subject concern. Some of the examples I will not go through how for APA style, if you collected it from a book, how it will be. If you collected the resource from an article, if it is from the book, if it is from the digital platform, there are so many direction is there. As far as APA style, how it will cite if the book, from magazine, from newspaper, from website, from journal article, from film, from interview, from literature, from TV or radio broadcast. From, if you take how you will refer, put the citation and reference according to your source. It is a huge. If it is magazine citation, citation for magazine article, citation from we have given. If you ask, we can send it to you. But if you book, which I have discussed, if it is Chicago, similarly there are various types. If it is book, if it is magazine, Chicago also mentioned in this time. Some example I will not discuss because time due to time constraint. I'll skip all these things. These are the steps for peer-reviewed article for publication in ISSR. When you are sending to your article to any journal, there is standard pro forma for evaluate your article. Mainly 5 steps are mentioned as we for as far as international journal is concerned. There is one question is there, the predatory journals. If you think there are, as far as if you any of you is the student of chemistry, there are citation tests. There are so many tests are there, but apparently from naked eye you can find out whether your blood sample if collected, if experienced technician is there, sir, perhaps your hemoglobin is low. But before seeing, as it's in a similar way, if any article, any journal or editors asks you within 15 days your article will be accepted, you have to give so much money for this. These are the primary criteria to identify the predatory journals. Because if any journal editorial board go through, maintain all the 5 steps, at least 1 to 2 months will need it to judge any article. Even the good journal editorial board, they give some inputs to those authors. There's such and such difficulty is there. That means primary observations or primary review report you will get. Even you can get secondary review report, there's such and such. If you send to Nature, at least 6 months you have to wait. not I'm not quoting the nature as it is well known to everyone. Receiving the paper or article in a certain time. Second step, meeting of the editorial board will be held, and it will be, if it is it's unidisciplinary, within that perhaps as far as history is concerned, there are so many histories that can be divided in editorial board members, those who are expert on that. That is the editorial board meeting. Sending article to reviewers, as ours is multidisciplinary. If it is mathematics, we send it to the mathematician. If it is on statistics, if it is in Bengali, we distribute. But our editorial board first go through the technical aspects of the article. That is the meeting of editorial board. It will take at least 15 to 1 month if it is number of article service. After receiving the review reports, there I will go through so show you review on the recommendation of the reviewers review report. Editorial board again meet and intimate the author about the, there is one part is confidential, one part is public. Public part will send to the author how that can be revised. 6-step final selection of the article, plagiarism checking, and AI content checking. Then it will be, the letter will go to you. First section, overall review. The reader's interest, whether your article has been satisfied the reader's interest. Content, what original content you have presented. Presentation, how we have presented, whether it is lucidly or complaint sentences there. Section 2, summary and recommendation. Evaluation, where your article step by step, it has been maintained, that evaluation. That means Mullayan, whether it is a good article or better. Recommendation, there are so many recommendations. Section 3, detailed comments, public content, which I have told. Public comments will be sent to the authors, or comments to editor, that is confidential, that will be to the editorial board, not to you. Overall readers, that the reviewer has to a threadbare process to maintain. Not only reviewer, it is good, bad, not only. When he is recommending, he or she has to mention or identify the causes. Practical application, case study, experimental, types of research and technology used, survey or tutorial or case study, which is that has been identified, which relevant is the manuscript to be readers to this pedagogy. Rating explanation, very relevant, interesting but not relevant. Your article is interesting but not relevant, or irrelevant. So irrelevant papers, the comments section, the brief explanation about how the manuscript advance this field of research and contribute something new to the literature, that should be mentioned there. Is the manuscript technically sound? If it is yes, okay. Appears to be, but not check completely. But practically, and suggest some modification of the corrections. No, that means mentioning some reasons. If reviewer comment that it is not publishable, then he or she cite some example. Overall perspective, see presentation. Are the article, abstract, keynotes appropriate? Yes or no? References, whether that will be mentioned, that should be. Objectives, whether yes, could be improved, no. Presentation, rating, it is focused on satisfactory, could not be improved, poor. Is the length appropriate for the topic, satisfactory, could not be improved, poor. On this basis, your article will be selected. Not only you send your article and within 7 days, yes, it is accepted. Readability, easy to read, readable, but where is some efforts to understand, difficult to read and understand, unreadable, that will be rejected. Selection summary of the recommendation: rating, award quality, excellent, good, fair, poor. If it is poor, it has been, you have destroyed your article yourself. The recommendation: accept with no change as a short paper, accepted with no change as a regular paper, accepted if certain minor revision are made, then a revision will be sent to the author. Author should prepare a major revision for a second review. When those who are authors, you have get that will send by any good editorial board send for second review, revised and short paper, then it will be rejected or published. Public committee it will go to, then comments to the editor. Then these are the pro forma for your. Thank you for this part. Bobita, how many times I have taken?
Sir, I think we are on time. We'll be able
Okay,
to.
okay. So I will not go to academic integrity. I would like to hand over to the Professor Jana. If there is time, then I will go to academic integrity. Otherwise, because it is a huge chapter, not okay. Thank you. Thank you. If any question, ask the participant to send your question by written to them, and the authority will send us that question. We assure you, with your email ID will be there. We should give you the proper answer as we can. Okay, Babita.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you very much. I'm sure the researchers, if the researchers will pay attention on all the aspects which you have covered today in your presentation, the chances of rejection of their publication will definitely reduce. I think someone was willing to ask some question, or we are having a question answer session after one more session. So you may ask questions later on.
So,
Yes.
Shiv Shankar, Professor Shiv Shankar Jana, he will
Yes.
present
Yes, sir.
the next part. Okay.
I request Professor Shivsankar Jain, Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kalyani, to kindly give his deliberations on the topic.
Okay, thank you.
Shiv Shankar, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes. You are both audible and visible.
Okay, good morning, everybody. So,
Good morning, sir.
all the dignitaries and participants. So, my topic of discussion today is systematic literature review and smart checking of article before publishing. Okay, so you see, first, what is research? So, most of the people do not know what is research. I would say you that research is basically a answer of a question or a solution of a problem. So there are three categories of researchers in our society. One researcher, most of the researcher, that is 90% of researcher, they are not a good researcher. They are actually problem avoider. When they face any problem, they try to avoid the problem, so they are not the good researchers. And some percent, 9.9%, approximately they are problem solver like us. So they are also not a good researcher, but researcher. But some are the problem seeker. Though always those always seek the problem, these are the not only good researcher but also the good innovator. Okay. So first you understand what is research. Re means again, search means searching of the existing knowledge. So first you have to again and again search the existing knowledge for the solution of the existing problem. If there is a solution, then no need to do the research. So first you search the existing knowledge and go through in detail. If there is any lack in the existing knowledge, that is the gap in research, then you can add some value to the existing knowledge, then it will be a research. Okay. So mainly I will try to discuss 5 components. I don't know how much time I will get. So first one is literature review, second one is research methodology, third one is the checking or checklist before submitting to a high impacted journal, and last one is the how to select a relevant journal for your article, and obviously the central one is the impact factor, how we can identify or measure the impact factor of a journal or impact factor of a researcher and so on. Okay. So first one is literature review. So there are so many AI tools are there. Just I am showing you one or two. You see insightful.xyz, open knowledge map, connected paper, lead map, co-sites, research rabbit. Okay. So if you go to the insightful.xyz, you see the magic. Insightful.xyz, you can identify the relevant article of your area. If you type here your area, say global warming, and click search. The moment you click search, it will provide huge number of relevant documents. Okay. You just check one or two. Suppose you click here plus sign and add this paper for your interest. Then you see the whenever you select one paper, it will give you the details of this paper, that is this paper is cited by 2048 and other articles. It has the references 24. It was published in 2006. It is not a open access, and the beauty of this software is that it automatically creates the paper graph, that is 1,66,569 papers in a paper graph. You see the magic. This is the paper graph of your search result. You see, these are the citation or paper graphs. Just I have selected this one, and it will give you huge number of similar papers of that particular seed paper. Okay. And similarity measure is there, number of citation is there, publication year is there. If you click on the publication year, you see publication year 2024-23, and if you click another relevant articles of your interest of research area, then you click plus sign and add papers. Accordingly, you see 2 papers are added to your for your literature review, and accordingly you can also see the most important papers. So these are the most important paper. If you click here, then add this paper. So 3 papers are added. If you go to the, you see the another is review papers. because for the first time researcher, review papers are very important. Suppose these papers are, you go through this paper, abstract of this paper, then you see that this is relevant, click here and add papers. Accordingly, all the papers of your interest will be added for your literature review, and you can save it directly to the reference manager Mendeley or Jotero, or just save it as a RIS format. I have saved it in a RIS format, that is, you see, if you click here RIS, so you see all these papers. The another in Jotero, I have already, these are the 4 papers I have, okay, just reviewed for my literature review, collected. And in this way you can use this article finder. This is called article finder, that is insightful.xyz. And another tool is there, very important, that is called a research rabbit. So research rabbit, when you suppose here is also global warming, then you click search. So rabbit is running, you see the magic, they will show you some papers relevant to your search term. If you after scanning through this abstract, if you click that this is my relevant paper, and this is my relevant paper, and this is my relevant paper, so based on these 3 relevant paper, they will give you another relevant paper, you see. So these 3 papers are called the seed paper. Based on this seed paper, it will provide you a network of similar papers connected to each other by their citation. Okay. So in this way, if you click, suppose this paper, so you can go through the abstract of this paper, title of this paper, and you see this paper has similar paper 1.8K and references 54 and cited by 818. Suppose you click on cited by 818 papers, so it will show you 818 papers, network of 818 papers, and accordingly you can click this one and this one which are relevant for your research. Then you go to save, auto save, or save to the, you see, you have all, I have already created some folder. You can also create some folder. Click here library and plus sign, then you can another collection, say global warming. So create collection, then you can save it in your global warming folder. So then you can save it in the global warming. Okay. So in this way you can use this tool, very useful tools. Now I will, so these are tool called publication discovery tools. Another thing is very important, that is, you see, this is called Prisma, that is preferred reporting item for systematic reviews and meta-analysis. So after collecting all relevant articles of your interest, then you create a diagram. So diagram will be like that, flow diagram, it is called flow diagram. So first one is called identification. Suppose you identified 1500 articles, okay, then from the from the research rabbit, and another from the Scopus, another from Web of Science. So then you identify the duplicate. So remove duplicates, that is n equal to 300. So screening. Now screen records are 1200, that is 1500 minus 1330, 1200, and then you excluded 900 for any reasons, for any limiting factor, then eligible, then you see 300, 1200 minus 900, that is 300 articles you get, you got full text article, and again you filtered it using some criteria. Then suppose you removed exclude 2500, so your final article for research review, literature review is only 50. So in this way you can prepare a diagram. You see live diagram is there in Prisma. If you go to the Prisma website, then you will find this live template is there. First one is identification, then screening, and then included. So you just input the number here, and so on. Okay. So in this way, first you need to make a diagram for your literature review. Okay. Then, so the most important thing in research is the literature review, and most neglected part in research is also a literature review. Some of the researcher, after completing his or her research work, then he or she is adding the related literature to their writings. So literature review or literature review of literature is the most important part of your research, and how to, because otherwise you cannot identify the gap, research gap or research overlap. So first you have to understand what is research gap. There are basically 4 types of research gap. One is called classic literature gap. Suppose a new technology has come, that is generative AI or agentic AI. Now you are being a researcher of social science, sociology. Now you want to incorporate the agentic AI technology in your social survey. So this is a good time. This is a good time, that is, or there is no such literature having the application of agentic AI in social survey. So everything are gap. So you can do the research on that topic, and but this is quite challenging for the first time researchers, because there was no such published articles. Another one is disagreement gap. Suppose you want to do on a particular area, research on a particular area, but when you go through the literature search, you find that huge number of literature already published on that topic, but 90% research, they contradict to the 10% research. So suppose, say for example, say smoking is the cause of lung cancer. Okay. When you go through the literature search, you find that 90% articles say that okay, the smoking is really the cause of lung cancer, but 10% defy. They opposing the finding, 5% or 10%, they give the opposite result, that is smoking is not at all the main cause of the lung cancer. So this is called disagreement gap. You can do research on that topic. And another one is contextual gap. Most of the researchers like us, we have to find the contextual gap. Suppose if you want to do a research on a arsenic contamination in the groundwater of West Bengal. Now if you go through the published literature, you will find that huge number of articles are there. One articles are there for the Bihar, one articles for Delhi, but no articles are there on West Bengal. Therefore, you make a contextual gap, that is geographical, by limiting the geographical area, by limiting the population, by limiting the time period. So this is called contextual gap. And another one is methodological gap. Someone did it using method X. Now you can do same research using the method B, method Y, method Z, or someone did it using the quantitative method, but you want to do it using the qualitative methods, then you can do it. So these are called the 4 types of gap in research. So you have to identify the gap in research before starting the research. So how to identify the gap? There is a long process is there. I will not go here because time is short. Then the next component is research methodology, and most important thing in research methodology is the collection of data. Again, you can apply the Prisma Venn diagram or Prisma flow diagram for collecting the data. You see the template. Suppose we want to do a research on a bibliographic records. Then you go to a bibliographic database like say Web of Science. Then you put a query term, title, abstract and keyword, this term title hyphen ABS keyword, that is COVID within quote, or Boolean logic, then COVID-19 or coronavirus and agriculture or agricultural. This is the query string, and you will get 2885 documents result. Okay, this is a Venn diagram. Then you put some filter. That is, you limit your search by providing a year 2022, 2021 and 2020. Only these 3 years publication from these 3 years. Then you also limit by providing the document type. AR means article, language means English, and source type means J means journal. Then you excluded 1266. So now your 2885 first you identified article, then 1266 was deleted using this limitation, and you will get 1616 papers, journal papers, not that's bibliographic records or data. Okay, then you can screen out another some relevant studies that some data are missing. So 105, then you will get 1514 bibliographical data. Then you can analyze this data for your research. So in this way you can use the Prisma. Prisma is basically a very innovative idea, that is preferred reporting item for systematic review and meta-analysis. It is if you go to the Google, then you type the Prisma, then it will give the Prisma 2020 checklist. Okay, so then the checklist after completion of your research, you write a research report as a journal article. Then you have to check. So then you can also go to the Prisma 2020 checklist. You see there is a checklist PDF also is there, and also checklist as a online checklist. You see the checklist, very nice checklist. You see Prisma checklist. So they will divide any article in mainly two parts. One is Prisma 2020 main checklist and Prisma 2020 abstract checklist. So this is for abstract and this is for main checklist. So you see title, just you put your title and you give the location of the title in your article. Then abstract, so abstract is separately given. So introduction, so introduction means actually it contain rationale of the study and objective of the study. You can just locate where item is reported. Just click here, say paragraph 2 and line 7. You see the complete with sample answer is there. You see like that. Method, eligible criteria, information source. You click the line 22 to 24 and line. In this way you fill up the form for checking your paper is whether you know good one or not. After checking it in online, then you can generate the report here. So you see, download the checklist. It is downloaded. If you open this, you see your checklist is prepared for. So before sending your article to any journal, you also send it this checklist, because this is a standard checklist, Prisma 2020 main checklist. So if you send along with your article, they will see that this is a structure checklist, and it will be very beneficial for that to identify whether methods, eligible criteria you have you given here, that page number, this one, and article paragraph number and or line number. So it is also helpful for reviewer. Okay. So in this way you can check your paper accordingly. Then impact factor. So this is most important thing, because when you need to identify a good good research journal, then you have to understand what is called journal impact factor, what is called journal immediacy index, H index, E index, G index, HC index. Huge number of index are there. That is called research impact indicator. I will just discuss one or two things which are very important. So first one is journal impact factor. What is called journal, how it is calculated? So journal impact factor, when we call it journal impact factor, say Nature Science. So journal impact factor of Nature Science 2025. Then 2025 means A by B. A means before the 2 years, that is 2025, that is 24 and 23. The article published in that particular journal in 2023 and 24, they received citation in 25, divided by total number of article published in 23 and 24. You see the example. Just I want to calculate the journal impact factor of a journal in 2020. So we calculate just 2 years back, that is 2018 and 2019, all the article published in that particular journal received the citation in 2020, published in 2018, 2019 and received citation in 2020. This is the number of citation divided by all the article, number of article published in 2018 and 19. This is called the journal impact factor. It was actually used, it is still using by Web of Science. Okay, and for API calculation, journal impact factor is we calculated consider the journal impact factor for extra API. Okay, and another one is journal immediacy index. So article published in 2020 and citation received in 2020 divided by number of articles in 2020, that is called journal immediacy index. And another more important today's indicator is H index. H index means the number of H papers received number of H citation each. So you see, suppose a author published 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 paper, and we first order it in a descending order as per the number of citation. You see, this article got huge citation, and if H means if 5 article received minimum 5 citation, then the H index of the author will be 5. It will be clear if you go through this example. Suppose an author published this number of articles, and one article received 45 citation, another 37, another 36, 36, 25, and you see the 10 article, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 article received at least 10 citation, but 11 articles not received 11 citation each. Therefore, the H index of the author will be 10. Okay. So in this way you can calculate the H index of the author, H index of the journal, H index of the institute, and like that. Another indicator is devised by the Web of Science, that is called the eigenfactor. So if you go to the eigenfactor, you see this is the eigenfactor. So how to, suppose you want to send a article in a journal is cell biology. Just you type here Nature Cell Journal of Cell Biology and click find journal, then it will give you the eigenfactor, that is 0.11. Actually eigenfactor varies from 0 to 1, that is 0.11. It is not so good journal. Okay. But if you, so in this way you can identify a good journal of your research. Again, so this is actually they maintained by the Web of Science. Okay. Another technique is there, it is maintained by the Scopus. Okay. Scopus, that is called Simago journal. If you click here also cell biology, so you see Journal of Cell Biology, click here, then you will get the detail, that is Simago journal rank 3.273, and it is category 1. They divided all the journal Q1, Q2, Q3, quadrant 1 or quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, quartile 4. So it is a good journal and its H index is 432. So this is, you can sorry, you can send your article to this journal. Okay. So and last one is just a minute. So eigenfactor, Simago journal, and another one is called alt matrix. New technique, that is called alt matrix, because you see the science researcher of scientific discipline, they get the huge number of citation than social science researcher or humanity researcher. So new techniques or new indicator has come, that is called alt matrix. They actually calculate number of views, number of views, number of download, number of share, you see, number of usage, that is download, number of mention, number of social media like, number of sites, number of capture of a article, particular article, how many times people downloaded this article, like this article, share this article, mention this article, and so on. In this way you can also calculate the quality of the article. And last one, that is journal selection. So I will show you how to select the journal in Elsevier or Web of Science. Just you go to the MJL master journal list, mjl.clarivate.com. Okay, then you see there is a tab that is match manuscript. If you click here, oh, it will log in. First, I have logged in already. Just a minute. So it will give you two window. One is for title and one is for abstract. Suppose I have written a article entitled this one. Suppose click copy this one and go to the
Sir, you are not audible.
Shiv Shankar, if not, are you disconnected?
am I audible?
Now it is audible, but your share is
Screen?
not, your screen share is
No.
stopped.
Can share is stopped. You see now?
Yes, now it is okay.
Okay.
Now if
Okay.
go to slideshow
Yeah,
mode.
yeah.
Yes, fine.
Okay. So you see, then suppose you click here. This is my abstract. This is my title and click the find journal. So it will give you some name of the journal which are relevant to your title and abstract. On it will also provide you the matching score, that is 0.28, matching score 0.18, and then you can view the profile of the page, and then you can send your article here. Okay, and there is a limiting factor is there. If you want, you can also the different categories, different open access, and so on. And another is the you see journal finder, that is journalfinder.elsevier.com. If you copy and paste your abstract here, it will also give you the list of the journals where you can send your articles. You see, these are the name of the journal, and it will also provide the impact of the factor of the journal, site score given by the Scopus is submission to first decision 12 days, acceptance of publication 9 days, and so no publication charge. So everything are available for here for the journalfinder.elsevier.com. So in this way you can find the relevant journal for your research publication. Okay, so this is all about my discussion. Thank you all. Okay.
Thank you, Shiv Shankar, for your nice presentation about the how indexing, how impact factor is collected for the personal as well as the journal person. Bobita, hand it over to you. And one thing, but if any participant had any question,
Yes, yes.
can ask now. Apart from that, you can write down our email ID iisrr.research@gmail.com. I repeat, iisrr.research@gmail.com. You can send your queries today or tomorrow, day after tomorrow, anytime you can contact with us. No problem. We are feel free to give answer of your queries. Babita, I hand over to you.
Thank you, sir. And we'll share your email ID on the WhatsApp group where all the participants are connected. So it will be helpful for them. And sir, your deliberation on this particular topic will definitely help all the participants to select correct and good journals where they want to publish their articles. So thank you, sir, for such an insightful and practical session. I'm certain every participant now carries much greater clarity on the path to responsible academic publishing. We now open the floor for brief question answer session. So participants, now you may ask questions.
Privacy policy. Hello.
Hello, yes.
Hello,
So I
sir.
have questions.
Good afternoon, sir.
Shit. नहीं.
Uh, hello. Am I audible,
If
sir?
at a time so many people ask question, it will be hum. So raise your hands and admin to ask one by one, please. Please continue.
Sir, my question is, yes, sir. My question is, sir, I have a plan to, prepare a systematic review literature, sir. Systematic review of the papers. So if I prepare systematic review and then I would like to publish as a research scholar. So what is your opinion, sir?
Yes, for a review paper, but when you review paper, only there is a procedure. You can follow that procedure. Almost all steps except the calculation part you have to prepare. But abstract, the title, abstract, keywords, introduction, literature review, all these objectives of your that paper or the research questions, research gap, which methodology you are prepared to use. Then for survey and data collection, that portion may be omitted, or you can add as a preliminary sample survey. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any question from?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you please suggest the names of some good high impact journals?
No, it is the beyond the ethics of any, as you ask any teacher, sir, madam, tell me from which teacher I can take a special coaching, that is unethical. Similarly, if you ask any editor or any teacher too, you have to, that is Professor Shiv Shankar Jana has already mentioned how you can identify your article according to your subject from the net. One thing we can,
Okay, sir.
okay. Anybody? Young friends, I think you have so many questions in mind, but you are shy to express yourself. Try to express yourself. If you do not ask so many questions, that I think we are failed. In the examination, we are not getting any marks from you.
Sir,
Please.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I wanted to know, like, how can we like identify, or are there any signs so that we can know that a journal is predatory or fake?
Okay. But one question I want to raise you: whether how many article you have published?
So I'm still a student, sir. I've not
Okay,
published
okay.
any
So
article.
when your student who are trying to publish your article, first do not go through identifying that standard journal or something. Try to write following the norms and steps. Then you send. After 1-2 publication, then you will get experienced and inputs how to write your article. At first time, as for me, when I was a research scholar, even when I was in academia as a teacher, my paper has been rejected so many times. Then the failure is the pillar of success. When you will get rejected with the review reports, the such and such defaults are there, then you can be a good writer. Okay, don't worry about the that impact factor or something. You first send your article to those journal who will give you feedback. These are the defects. Prior to sending article, I would request you to consult your teacher. He is the best guide and available to you. Then you send. Yes, we receive so many articles from professors, even the professor chancellors, but we could not publish. But we have sent them. These are the defects. And after 2 or 3 attempts, that has been published a good article. Because when any student or researcher or faculty is going to publish an article, he or she knows so many things, and there is so many ingredients, but it was not properly put. As far as that, if you prepare a curry, you have put all the ingredients, all the vegetables, but if someone cooked it very good, someone cooked it not so tasty. So first it right. Okay. Thank you so much. If you send us article, Professor Bobita, मैडम का पास मेरा email ID है और issr.research, you can consult with me. We should try to write it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other question, participants, or we'll move ahead?
I may assure you, Babita, if number of your student want to step by step writing article one day, don't worry about the remuneration or the, we can assure you one day only for practical hands-on activity, we can give you one session.
Thank you, sir, for your humbleness. Thank you very much, sir.
It is our responsibility. Our ISSR motto is that. A
Thank
few
you,
days
thank you
ago in
very much.
North Bengal, one university, we have conducted 4-day teacher orientation program on hands-on activity, how the AI and HI can be used to prepare their lesson plan, their PPT, etc. Full, all the ISSR team from Bombay, from TIFR, from Anna University, from Calcutta, from abroad, they have, don't worry about
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your generosity. So now, as we move forward towards the concluding part of today's proceedings, let us take a moment to look back at the complete journey: 6 days, 6 drops, and one shared ocean of learning. Good afternoon, dignitaries, resource persons, faculty members, research scholars, and their participants. It is my privilege to present before you a brief report of the 7-day Student Faculty Development Program on Research Methodology and Academic Publishing, organized by Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida, in association with Council for Teachers Professional Development, CPD, India. This program was conceived with the aim of strengthening the research capabilities of our faculties, students, and researchers, equipping them with the conceptual clarity, practical skills, and ethical grounding necessary for producing high-quality research work. Over the past 6 instructional days, including today, the program has covered a comprehensive spectrum of research methodologies and academic publishing, delivered by eminent scholars and practitioners from across the country. Day one began with the inaugural session on the theme Foundation of Research Methodology, Meaning, Nature, Type, and Approaches of Research. The program was formally opened with an address by Dr. Sanjay Kumar, President, CTPD India, followed by an enriching session delivered by Professor Satyendra Gupta, Dean, School of Education, Galgotias University, Greater Noida, who laid a strong conceptual foundation for the participants at the very outset of this journey. Day 2 focused on research design and sampling techniques presented by Dr. Manoj Kumar Sharma. Through relatable real-life examples, Sir simplified the process of designing a research study and selecting the appropriate sampling technique, an essential building block for any credible research work. Day 3 addressed the theme Drafting a Research Synopsis and Structuring Dissertation Thesis Chapters, led by Dr. Yogesh Kumar, Assistant Professor, RHSPG College, Singramau, Jaunpur. The session offers participants a clear step-by-step framework for organizing their research synopsis and thesis chapters in a coherent and systematic manner. Day 4 covered academic writing, literature search and referencing tool, conducted by Dr. P. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, Rice University, Bangalore. This session equipped participants with practical strategies for effective academic writing and systematic literature review, and the correct use of referencing tools, skills vitals to producing published citations, accurate research work. Day 5 dealt with the important subject of research ethics, academic integrity, and plagiarism, delivered by Dr. Azkia Khan, Principal, Ram Kumar Public School, Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh. The session reinforced the importance of ethical conduct and academic honesty as the true foundation of meaningful research. And today, Day 6, brings us to the concluding technical session of this program on publishing in quality journals, identifying predatory journals, and strategies for high impact publications, delivered by Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Das, Director, Indian Institute of Social Reform and Research, along with co-speaker Professor Shiv Shankar Jana, Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, University of Kalyani. Across these 6 days, the program has offered our participants a complete end-to-end understanding of research journey, from formulating research problem to designing a study, structuring a thesis, writing academically, upholding ethical standards, and finally publishing responsibly in credible journals. The program witnessed enthusiastic participation from faculty members, research scholars, and students alike, with active engagement observed during each question answer session. The consistent attendance and involvement throughout the week reflect our participants' genuine interest and commitment to strengthening their research competencies. Now, moving ahead to valedictory session. The valedictory session marks the concluding milestone of any program, a time to look back with pride at the knowledge gained, reflect on the collective effort of all the participants, and formally acknowledge the journey undertaken together. It is now my privilege to introduce our esteemed guest of valedictory session, Dr. Pratibha Garg, who currently serves as Additional Director Academics, Avis Cell, Headquarter Western Command, Chandi Mandir. As a token of sincere appreciation for accepting our invitation and sharing your knowledge, we would like to present virtual memento to our distinguished valedictory speaker, Dr. Pratibha Garg ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And kindly accept our gratitude. We are truly honored to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Ma'am holds impressive academic record, having completed her BSc, MSc, and MEd all with gold medals from Dayal Bagh Deemed University, Agra, and earned her doctorate in education from Amity University, Noida. She now holds a She also holds a PGDEMA and an MBA in Human Resource Management from IGNOU Delhi. With over 11 years of rich teaching experience as a teacher educator, ma'am has been honored with numerous prestigious accolades, including the recent GOC in C Commendation Card 2026, the International Excellence Award, the Indian Youth Icon Award, and the Best Women Educator Award, among several others. She is also an accomplished author, having written the books Defense Services as Career and Teachings of Science, along with the recently edited work Equitable and Inclusive Education Learning for All. Ma'am has published more than 40 research papers and articles in reputed national and international journals, and currently serves as Associate Editor of the International Journal of Research and Education and Psychology. Notably, ma'am also has special connection with our own institution, Army Institute of Education, having served as an NSS program officer and training and placement officer at AI Greater Noida for several years. It is truly an honor to have such a distinguished educationist with us today. मैम आपकी उपस्थिति हमारे लिए अत्यंत गौरव और सम्मान की बात है. We warmly welcome you to share your valedictory address with all of us. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Babita ma'am. Thank you so much, AIE, for inviting me here. And I always feel honored and blessed to connect whenever, wherever possible with AIE in any of the program. Although I know it would have been a totally different feeling if we would have been connected physical mode, but definitely not mattering that we are connecting in virtual mode, so that is also equally good. So thank you, Babita ma'am, once again. Dear Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal, Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida, distinguished resource persons, representatives of CTPD India, esteemed faculty members, learned teachers from Army Public Schools, enthusiastic research scholars, dear participants, and ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is indeed a privilege and a matter of great satisfaction to join you for this valedictory session of this 7-day faculty development program on research methodology and academic publishing. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida, and CTPT India for conceptualizing and successfully organizing this timely and academically enriching faculty development program. Organizing an FDP is not merely about conducting a series of lectures. It is about creating an ecosystem where curiosity is nurtured, ideas are challenged, perspectives are broadened, and professionals are empowered to become lifelong learners. From the themes covered during the past 7 days, from understanding research methodology and sampling techniques to academic writing, research ethics, plagiarism, referencing tools, and publishing in quality journals. The program has addressed every critical aspect of the research journey. Such initiatives are essential for developing a vibrant academic culture. I would like to place on record my sincere appreciation for the leadership of Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal AIE, whose vision and commitment towards academic excellence continue to create meaningful opportunities for capacity building. My compliments also go to the organizing team of AIE and our esteemed partners CTPD India for their meticulous planning and unwavering dedication in making this program a great success. Dear participants, we are living in an era where education is no longer confined to the transmission of knowledge. These expectations from educators have changed significantly. Today's teacher is expected to be an innovator, a mentor, a problem solver, a reflective practitioner, and above all, a researcher, which this FDP is emphasizing. This vision is beautifully articulated in the NEP 2020, which recognizes research as one of the fundamental pillars of transforming India's education system. NEP 2020 does not view research as an activity meant only for universities or doctoral scholars. Instead, it calls for the development of a research culture across all levels of schools. It encourages inquiry, innovation, evidence-based practices, interdisciplinary thinking, and the generation of solutions that respond to the needs of the society, which is the basic aim of education. Research, therefore, should not remain confined within laboratories or libraries. It must become a way of thinking. Many educators often hesitate when they hear the word research. They associate it with complex statistical analysis, lengthy dissertations, or publications in international journals. However, the true spirit of research begins with something much simpler. What is that? Only a question, only a query. Why are some students consistently disengaged? Why does one teaching strategy work effectively in one classroom but not in another? How can assessment become more meaningful? What interventions can improve reading habits, classroom participation, emotional well-being, or critical thinking among learners? Every meaningful improvement in education begins with a thoughtful question. And we all understand that as academicians, that thoughtful question is very, very important for any research. Every meaningful improvement in education begins with that thoughtful question. I would especially like to address our teachers from the Army public schools, as I usually interact with them whenever I go to visit any Army public school, who have enthusiastically participated in this program. It's really good. You work in dynamic environments where every classroom presents unique challenges and opportunities. Every day, you encounter situations that demand thoughtful solutions, supporting diverse learners, strengthening foundational learning, integrating technology effectively, promoting values, enhancing motivation, and nurturing emotional resilience among students, which is the need of the hour. Each of these challenges presents an opportunity for action research. You need not wait for a large funded project or a doctoral program to become a researcher. Even a small systematic inquiry into your own classroom can generate valuable insights. I'm sure all of you must remember and must be recalling while going through this FDP, the action research which we read, which we study during when we do the teacher education course, that is B.Ed. So that is just like that. A carefully planned intervention, thoughtful observation, evidence-based reflection, and systematic documentation can transform not only your own teaching practices, but also contribute to overall institutional improvement. Imagine if every teacher conducted just one meaningful classroom-based research project every year. The collective wisdom generated across our schools would become a powerful repository of best practices. This is what we do in our command as well. We create a repository of best practices and then share with others. Many of the everyday challenges we face in education could be addressed through locally developed, context-specific, evidence-based solutions. Research empowers teachers because it replaces assumptions with evidence. If you have the evidence, definitely your research will hold more value. It transforms experience into knowledge. It converts challenges into opportunities for innovation. However, research is meaningful only when it is driven by the right mindset. As educators, we must cultivate critical thinking where we question existing practices rather than accepting them unquestioningly. We must embrace design thinking where empathy, creativity, experimentation, and reflection guide us towards practical and learner-centered solutions, where teachers become reflective researchers, classrooms become innovation laboratories, and schools become centers of continuous improvement. Friends, as we strengthen our research capabilities, we must also remain rooted in our own civilization wisdom. One of the most visionary aspects of National Education Policy 2020 is its emphasis on the Indian knowledge system. For decades, much of our research has relied heavily on borrowed frameworks and external perspectives. While learning from global scholarship is essential, it is equally important to rediscover, document, validate, and build upon India's own intellectual traditions. India has gifted the world profound insights in education, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, psychology, environmental sustainability, language, and holistic well-being. These are not merely historical achievements to be admired. They are living knowledge systems that can inform contemporary educational research. Our ancient educational philosophy viewed learning as the harmonious development of the head, heart, and hands. It emphasized ethical conduct, self-discipline, experiential learning, respect for nature, dialogue, reflection, and character formation, which is the motto and vision of AVIS also. These ideas resonate strongly with the competencies that modern education seeks to cultivate today. Research grounded in the Indian knowledge system offers us an opportunity to reconnect with our roots while addressing contemporary challenges. It enables us an opportunity to reconnect with our roots while addressing contemporary challenges. It enables us to contextualize educational practices within India's diverse socio-culture realities and contributes to building an educational system that is both globally relevant and deeply rooted in our own heritage. As educators serving in Army Welfare Education Society, we shoulder a unique responsibility. We nurture the children of those who dedicate their lives to safeguard our nation. Along with academic excellence, we are entrusted with shaping citizens who embody integrity, resilience, discipline, compassion, patriotism, and a strong sense of social responsibility. Research can help us discover more effective ways of nurturing these values while responding to the evolving aspirations of 21st century learners. Dear participants, the conclusion of this faculty development program is not the end of your learning journey. Rather, it marks the beginning of a new commitment, a commitment to ask better questions, seek evidence before making decisions, continuously reflect on our practices, and contribute to educational transformation through research. Let this program inspire each one of you to become not merely consumers of knowledge, but creators of knowledge. Let every classroom become a space of inquiry. Let every challenge become an opportunity for research. Let every teacher become a reflective practitioner. And let every institution become a center of innovation, ethics, and excellence. I once again congratulate Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida and CTPD India for this outstanding initiative. I also congratulate every participant for your dedication, enthusiasm, and commitment to professional growth. I am confident that the knowledge and skills acquired during these 7 days will translate into meaningful action in your institutions as well as in your classrooms. I wish all of you continued success in your academic and professional journey. May your research not only enrich the world of scholarship, but also make a tangible difference in the lives of your students and in the future of our nation. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you. Jai Hind. Babita
Thank
ma'am, you
you.
are not audible. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am, for those inspiring and guiding words that will stay with us long after this program concludes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Now, as we come close to end this remarkable journey, I invite Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal, Army Institute of Education, to propose vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Babita ma'am. Respected Honorable Pratibha ma'am, Additional Director, Evercell, Western Command. Respected Professor Asit Das sir, resource persons who have joined us today, representatives of CTPD India, esteemed faculty members, teachers from Army Public Schools and other schools across India, research scholars, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Before I formally give my vote of thanks, I'm really grateful to sir today, Professor Asit Das sir today, and Pratibha ma'am today for joining us. I know their schedule was quite busy, and still they took out time from their busy schedule to address us and I understand that this valuable time has been very precious for us because you have shared very insightful thoughts, ma'am. Ma'am and sir, thank you so much to both of you. A very good afternoon to one and all. As we come to the close of this enriching 7-day faculty development program, rather student and faculty development program, it is my proud privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks. At the outset, I express our deepest gratitude to all the resource persons from different organizations for sparing their valuable time from a demanding schedule to grace our all sessions. And especially today's session by sir was inspiring, and ma'am, the address has provided us all with a renewed vision of what research truly means and what aspects of the research should be explored. You have reminded us that research is not merely about publishing papers or earning degrees. It is about questioning, reflecting, innovating, and ultimately transforming educational practices. Your emphasis on the vision of the National Education Policy 2020, the importance of cultivating a research culture, the need for design thinking and critical inquiry, and above all, your inspiring thoughts on Indian knowledge system. Pratibha ma'am, you focused on that. These have given us a new direction to think beyond conventional research. We are deeply grateful for your motivating words and visionary guidance. On behalf of Army Institute of Education, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to CTPD India, our esteemed academic partner, for collaborating with us in organizing this student and faculty development program. Their unwavering support, academic expertise, and commitment to professional development have significantly contributed to the success of this initiative. Partnerships such as these strengthen the ecosystem of higher education and create meaningful opportunities for lifelong learning. Our sincere gratitude to each expert who generously shared their knowledge and also practical wisdom accumulated through years of research and academic experience. We began with the foundation of research methodology, and thereafter we covered ABC to XYZ. Otherwise, research is an endless topic that we can discuss about years and months. This is what truly research is. But we are truly indebted to all our resource persons for their inspiring words, their sessions, and their time. I also wish to express my heartfelt appreciation to every participant, particularly our dedicated faculty members, research scholars, and the teachers from all the schools spread across the country. Your enthusiasm, discipline, and punctuality, active participation, and thoughtful interaction transformed this SFDP into a vibrant learning community. My sincere compliments goes to the organizing committee of Army Institute of Education for their meticulous planning, seamless coordination, and tireless efforts. Behind every successful academic event lies the silent dedication of an efficient team, and today is no exception. Every member of the organizing committee deserves appreciation for ensuring that each session was conducted smoothly and professionally. I also acknowledge our technical support team, Manoj sir, Amit sir, all the faculty members, Babita ma'am, for their excellent management of the online platform, ensuring uninterrupted connectivity and a seamless learning experience for participants from different parts of the country. At last, I'll say that we should think beyond what has been told to us in these sessions. We have to be the reflective researchers, because as educators, we have the privilege of shaping not only minds, but also the future of our nation. Our soldiers defend the nation's borders with courage and unwavering commitment. As teachers, our responsibility is equally significant. We safeguard the intellectual, moral, and cultural foundations of India. We teachers have to become reflective researchers. If we will do so, every classroom will become laboratory of innovation, as Pratibha ma'am has just said. If every school nurtures inquiry, every learner becomes a lifelong seeker of knowledge. So let us not wait for extraordinary opportunities. Let us transform ordinary classrooms into extraordinary centers of inquiry. Let every lesson become an experiment. Let every challenge become a research question. Let every teacher become a creator of knowledge. And let every child benefit from evidence-based, value-driven, and compassionate education. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you. May the spirit of research continue to inspire us. May integrity guide every scholarly endeavor, and may our collective efforts contribute to an enlightened, innovative, and self-reliant India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your motivational and inspirational words. Now we'll move ahead. Vidya dadati vinyam, vinyad yati patratam, patratvat dhanmad नोति धनात धर्मम तथा सुखम। विद्या से विनम्रता आती है, विनम्रता से योग्यता, योग्यता से धन, और धन से धर्म और सुख की प्राप्ति होती है। यही सच्चे ज्ञान की पहचान है। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ इस 7 दिवसीय ज्ञानवर्धक यात्रा को हम यही विराम देते हुए आइए सब मिलकर राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े होते हैं। Amit sir, it's not playing.
जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत। जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Now we take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to all the esteemed resource persons, Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Das, Professor Shiv Shankar Jaina, and Dr. Pratibha Garg for generously sharing their time, knowledge, and expertise with us. We are equally thankful to Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, Principal, Army Institute of Education, and the management of Army Institute of Education, our collaborating partners, CTPD India, and the entire organizing team for their timeless efforts in making this program a success. As we conclude this enriching 7-day journey today, we hope that every participant carries forward the knowledge, skill, and ethical values gained through this program into their own research endeavors. Now there is small announcement for all the participants. Attendance link will be shared in the WhatsApp group, and all the participants must attempt the assessment test to obtain the certificate for 7 days student faculty development program, and link will remain open tomorrow, that is on 2nd of August from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Once again, thank you all for your enthusiasm participation and cooperation. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
Thank you to all of you, as well as to the principal ma'am and Bobita. Bobita is actually, if you need our Indian Institute of Social Reform Research is always ready to cooperate with any academic program.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abhilasha ma'am. Thank you, Babita ma'am.
And
Heartiest compliments
Dr.
once
Gaur,
again.
your big association, I know it. If you want in academia, we can extend our cooperation. Thank you.
Truly
Kindly
humbled,
keep
sir.
it-
Thank you so much, sir.
Give me permission to leave, please.
No, sir, kindly keep all the participants, their cameras on for group photograph.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bobita, share me the photographs.
Sure, sir.
Mr. Ma'am, when I'll come to Delhi, I will meet you.
Sure, sir.
Because I have
We'll
to
wait
visit.
for that. Sir, we'll be honored.
No. It's now frequently UGC and AIU I have to visit, but now it is frequency is less.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you
Okay. Thank
once
you so
again.
much.
Thank you.
So give me permission to leave.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.